A lot of people doing good things. Meteorologist John Dawson, as we take a first look at the forecast. Blissfully clear radar behind you.
Yeah, it is going to be so quiet for several days, and the heat is really going to crank itself up, and that's where there's actually going to be a concern because we're going to have too much heat, I'm afraid, that we're looking at. But let's look at some of these storm reports. You can kind of see funneled here this line of the storms. We have officially now 2 tornadoes that took place on Thursday. The rest of it considered to be straight line winds, and the 2 tornadoes. There's one in Cypress. This would be the northwest Harris County one, and the official report was released this morning on the details of that tornado. An EF1, meaning the peak winds were about 110 miles an hour, a little bit under a mile in length. And both of these tornadoes that were with this event were only on the ground for about 1 minute. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of the damage, and they both went about 0.7 miles to 0.8 miles. So relatively short on the ground and its length. But again, lots and lots of damage that we've had lots of pictures of and seeing that. The one that was out in Waller County there with 100-mile-an-hour peak wind. So a derecho event is what this is officially being labeled as well, where we had a couple of tornadoes that were in there, but much of the damage from straight line winds. So everything in downtown Houston, everything over in Baytown, not considered a tornado. Straight line winds, and again, all of the damage that was associated with that is very clear. And now the aftermath, where we're dealing with the loss of power. These are the latest numbers that I have available. I know that some of that might be adjusted as we're moving forward, but still, let's say at least 400,000 without power, probably closer to 500,000 when you kind of add up the surrounding area. And when we're talking about the heat, I'm going to show you the 7-day forecast here in just a minute, but I wanted to kind of go out and extend that even further. That 6 to 10-day forecast, it just keeps happening as far as the heat is concerned. We're certainly looking for these well above average temperatures down in South Texas and over here in Southeast Texas as well. So that 7-day forecast, I've just pretty much dropped our rain chances. It'll be a 10% chance or less for the next 7 days. So I just sort of took those off of the board. And when we're looking at those thermometers, they're going to be in the lower 90s for all of the next week, and the feels like temperatures will be up in the upper 90s, if not even in the lower 100s.